With frigid weather blanketing Western Quebec, the 2016 season of the Ontario Performance Rallye Championship begins. The 2015 edition of the OPRC was a hotly contested affair, with two first-time contenders vying for the title. Eric Vlasic held the lead through much of the season thanks to a string of top 5 finishes. But behind him, Jeremy Norris gradually came to grips with a new car, opening a slim 4-point lead heading into the final round. The ending would prove anticlimactic though, as a mistake on just the second stage left Vlasic to end the season knee-deep in a swamp, securing the series title for Norris. 2014 champion Martin Donnelly had an abrupt end to his attempts for a consecutive win with a season-ending crash midway through the year. The exit opened the door for two-wheel drive title winner Kurt Thiel to capture third place overall. Round 1 of the Ontario Performance Rallye Championship is presented by N.E.M Technologies. For 2016, the series returns to 6 rounds, opening as always with the only winter event on the calendar, Rallye Perce Neige. 2 hours north of Ottawa, Perce Neige covers more than 170 kilometers of stages, weaving through the thick forests around Maniwaki, Quebec. And with snowfall amounts well below average this year, drivers found the usually snow-lined roads replaced with treacherous ice.
Little butterflies, just gonna hopefully have some fun, get used to the very icy, slippy conditions out there. Yeah, there's lots of snowbanks. They're not huge, fairly soft, and traction varies a lot. Some stages have been sanded, not too bad. Others are glare ice, and others sort of in between. So we'll see.
Yeah, really excited. We had a great year last year, so hoping to kind of repeat on that this year. But it's going to be a tough event. The roads are really slippery. So with the new rule change, I went with a set of the Nokian had completed the studded tires. I think it's probably going to be the choice all day, unless the conditions dramatically change, which might happen. But yeah, otherwise it'll be the studded.
But while the tricky conditions created difficulties for the teams at the front of the pack, some two-wheel drive entries were seeing an advantage.
Oh, I'm super excited to be here. Rallye Perce Neige is perhaps my favorite rally in the calendar. My car doesn't have a lot of power, so we have a chance here in the looser conditions. See how the day washes out. This is my first rally back since last year Perce Neige, so I have to reacquaint myself with it, but we'll see what we can do over the course of the day.
Fresh off their championship victory, Jeremy Norris and Jeff Hagan headed into the Maniwaki Forest, determined to pick up where they'd left off just a few months before. On the opening stages, the pair's fearless approach gave them a lead of more than a minute and a half, even with several close calls. The 2005 champion Peter Thompson took a cautious approach to regaining his pace after more than a year away from competition. Working for the first time with Irish co-driver Dara Mullen, Thompson's comfort level quickly increased, positioning himself to capitalise on any difficulties for Norris. Clément Vincent also began the day in a careful manner. In his first season as a driver in the Ontario Championship, the son of Grandmaster Sylvain Vincent emulated his father's conservative style through the opening loop to sit comfortably in fifth. Just seconds ahead of Vincent, Eric Vlasic and Bruno Laverdier battled closely for third position. But despite both running production class cars, Vlasic's much older Subaru Legacy couldn't quite keep up with Laverdier's Mitsubishi Evo. By the midday break, Laverdier and co-driver Pat Levesque maintained a slim margin for the final podium position. In the two-wheel drive category, Nicolas Laverdier took a commanding lead on the early stages, leaving Richard Curtin and Chris Krepsky in a tight match for second place. The two Volkswagen drivers traded gains through the day, but Curtin and co-driver Steve Walkington gradually opened a narrow lead. As Peter Thompson pushed hard to close the gap between them, Norris and Hagen continued to test their limits between the snowbanks. But after flirting with the edge all day, the pair's luck dramatically ran out.
It wasn't a great day, let's put it that way. We started off, we set really good times on Kittigan City and the Eagle Forest, but on Tour 2, ran out of a bit of talent. I think I was pushing too hard, and we entered a corner wrong and hit a snowbank, did a full barrel roll and an endo, and fortunately that was the end of our rally. But me and Jeff are good, and hopefully we'll be back soon.
Norris's exit left Thompson with a significant lead at the top of the standings, but with darkness closing in and a large portion of the rally still to run, no lead, no matter how large, was safe.
We're just starting to have some fun at the end, enjoy these last big stages, which are quite nice. They're in quite good condition, so they're fun stages. The first ones today, not so much fun, but these should be good.
For Vincent, the night stages presented a perfect opportunity to close the gap to the competition ahead.
We'll see how it goes in the first Kittigan City stage. Then after I might attack if I see that people in front of me are having trouble. But I'm keeping in a striking distance from them.
And it wouldn't be long before one of those teams ahead ran into troubles, with Thompson spending more than 15 minutes in a snowbank before being pulled out.
Pull them out of the snowbank? Yeah. We yank them sideways and drag them out. Beauty. I think that's done them.
Capitalizing on the opportunity, Vincent took a determined pace into the night stages, leapfrogging over both Vlasic and Laverdier, and opening more than a minute lead at the top of the standings. Two-wheel drive leaders Nicolas Laverdier and Vincent Trudel also found themselves off the road on the final stages, losing nearly 10 minutes to the banks. The pair were able to continue though, narrowly finishing ahead of Richard Curtin to secure the top position. Chris Krepsky and Sebastian Richard rounded out the podium. Not content to let off with the lead, Vincent continued his push through the night loop, scoring the top position on 5 of the 6 final stages.
Great fun to win the OPRC at Perce Neige. It's a long event. Was a very icy condition, but we went through the event with a good mentality of doing the distance, and it paid off. So in the last few stages, I wanted all day long to keep a good car in good shape in order to attack in the night, and that's what I did, and it worked according to plan.
The win gives Vincent the early championship advantage ahead of Laverdier and Vlasic. Sebastian Clark and Peter McDonald complete the top 5. Looking ahead to warmer weather, the OPRC series resumes in the spring at the Lanark Highlands Forest Rally.